Hello, everyone. Welcome to the last week's special podcast. We got Jed and Austin,
Yo,
Cody,
Yo, what's up?
and Con.
Ditties.
Going to be talking about just, I guess, that.
to elaborate,
You can't
Well,
censor me.
That's
just
true.
want to elaborate. We started once, and Jed's like, "No, we need to do PG-13," and I guess that's Con's way of protesting that one.
I'm against the
People
system.
will not be silenced.
But PG-13 has changed so much throughout the years. You know, what used to be rated R is now PG-13. What used to be rated G is now PG-13.
That's true.
Can you believe that? What was it? Temple of Doom was rated G.
And it was awesome.
I saw it in
Oh,
the
no.
cinema.
So
Dudes getting their
Temple
hearts ripped
Temple of
out.
Doom invented PG-13.
Mm.
After Temple of Doom, PG-13 was invented. So because it was originally G, the guy gets his heart ripped off, and it's like, you know, for everyone, family movie, and all the kids are
Well,
like,
it wasn't that bad, but he was screaming, so that kind of did it.
The heart was still pumping. That's the
That's
thing. I
true.
think.
It's the monkey brains.
"Oh, bum, shibai."
No,
Ooh.
our teacher took us to the cinema when Temple of Doom came out. No, Raiders of the Lost Ark, sorry. We were all like 10-year-olds.
Teacher?
Yeah, it was
I
wonderful.
want that teacher. What the frick?
We had, what was it? Honeyed popcorn. We're eating that away. And we're
That sounds
loving
nasty.
it. And his face
Honey Pop.
melted. Oh, we cheered.
That's a PG-13 video game.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. It's not.
I had a great childhood.
You guys heard of Honey Pop?
No, I haven't.
Yes.
That dating game
Wait,
where
is
you
it
try and
that-
get
yeah,
women
that
to
dating thing?
take their clothes off and bang them or whatever.
Nice. I did find a
PG-13.
dating game on Steam where you date World War II battle tanks.
Oh yeah, I know about that. Ain't cool.
Yeah.
That's an
That
That
was
anime.
Panzer
the
looks
senpai.
tough, but durable. Uh, does anything happening to anybody interesting this week? Anything at all?
Oh, every
Colin.
week is all of us.
Think you had a story?
I have many.
Well, let's hear one or two.
All right. This is a good one.
He's
From,
trying to find his flashcards. Give him a second.
Where are they? Flick, flick. Jed's wife topless, flick. The, yeah, you know Pokemon Go?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone knows Pokemon Go. And so my mum has, she goes to church a bit too often. And she's got a friend who goes far more often. And she was over, and they're talking away, and I heard her mention Pokemon Go. I'm like, huh? Because I was getting some water. Went over, I was like, Pokemon Go. She's like, yes, have you heard of it? I was like, yeah, people playing it. And she's all about, did you hear the other day a person crashed their car and died because they were playing Pokemon Go? I'm like, yeah, they're stupid, but they would have done that anyway, even if they didn't have Pokemon Go. You know, changing the radio, blam.
Yeah, pretty much. Texting.
Yep, answering the phone. Ugh. These are stupid people. Doesn't matter. And
Yeah,
then-
Pokemon Go is getting blamed a lot for stupidity.
yeah, but
That's just because it's popular. You
Yeah.
make it texting, and
Pretty
it's like,
much.
you can't point a finger at texting. That's everybody.
yeah. Funny thing is, she looked at me with this a very eerie expression. She goes, "Do you know what Pokemon Go is?" I just kind of waited.
Lean in even more. What?
I'm like, "What is it?" She goes, "It's the devil."
Wait, so did you see that one video, that priest saying how it's like evil or
Probably.
whatever?
I don't know, maybe.
Because there's a video circulating around about, I think it's a priest or something going off
yeah, I
about
know
how
what
it's
you're
like
talking
evil
about.
or the devil.
Yeah, I had to explain to her what Pokemon is. It's been around for like 30 odd years and
Yeah.
it's made for kids. And she's like, oh. And then I showed her on my phone. I was like, this is what this is. It's a bit different to the normal one. She goes, oh, okay, I'm glad you explained it to me. I'm like, no problem. Anytime the devil sends you something, just come to me. I'll explain it.
Tell the devil that Con sent you.
I think it's a perfect example, though, is when you don't understand something, how afraid you are of it.
Yeah,
And in this case,
That is like
His-
the, yeah.
yeah, his mom didn't know what it was, so the immediate
Immediate
reaction was
reaction.
fear,
Yep.
and to blame it for something that was unrelated. Like you said, a person could text and die. We just had
Yeah.
a couple teenage girls on my road die like 3 months ago, and texting was the issue. And
Yeah.
just because people are crashing their cars playing Pokemon Go, they're just doing the same behavior behind the wheel.
That's
as
like
always.
that is like the prime recipe for like racism and hating like certain religions and crap. Like, or just not understanding it equals they're evil or you fear it. If you just educate yourself,
Yeah.
then you can not be so racist or hateful towards that thing.
I have a friend who uses this saying, and he uses it sarcastically. It's like it's like, no, this is how you would do this. He's like, I don't understand it, therefore I don't like it.
Yeah.
I fear it.
Obviously, I'm not calling Khan's mom a racist or anything. Obviously, I'm just saying that that's the kind of attitude that older people or just like ignorant people have. And again, I'm not calling Khan's mom ignorant
Just
or
misinformed or uneducated to the subject.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, it wasn't my mum saying it, it was the lady. My mum was just getting
Oh,
worried.
okay.
Yeah, because
Alright.
I've gone through it all. D&D is the devil. My fantasy books
Oh
are
yeah,
the devil.
definitely.
My
My
computer
grandma
games.
used to say that about D&D.
My horror movies. I'm like a whirlwind of devil activity. It's like, what?
And that's just how it is. That's just how it was. Like comic books were evil for kids, and that rock music was
Yep.
like giving
That
kids
loud
evil
music.
thoughts. Yeah, it's always whatever's new, you fear it, and you
It's like,
immediately call it evil.
Your grandpa could watch TV for 8 hours a day. Nobody bats an eye.
No.
You play a video game for 2 hours and everyone's going crazy.
Yep.
Like, that thing's filling you with so much wrong
rotting your
or
brain.
aggression, or like I'm at least stimulating myself. I'm actually thinking and problem solving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just focused to religious people. I know atheists who totally will go
Oh
mentally.
yeah, it's not. It's just people with closed minds. That's
Stupid.
all there is to it.
They'll find any excuse. Games, politics,
Yeah.
flowers.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a flower
Now-
somewhere.
Now,
Go
Pokemon
ahead.
Go has also done a lot of good things since we're on that topic.
I think
It
Pokemon
yeah.
Go has more positive than negative to it.
Well, there's also I was reading an article a little while ago, and it actually this is slightly off the wall, but it actually like a girlfriend checked her boyfriend's his catch
Oh, I know
status,
what
like
you're
where
talking
he
about.
caught certain Pokemon. Well, he caught a Pokemon at his ex-girlfriend's house,
Oh my god.
and then she proceeded to dump him over it. So
Just
it definitely
I
let
wouldn't
certain
call that a
truths
real.
out.
That's not really a positive.
Well, it lets certain truths out. That's kind of a thing.
It's bringing people together that really wouldn't talk to each other under normal circumstances, which is cool. Like, I was just messing with the app I went for a walk and I saw that there was a Pokestop nearby that had a lure put on it, and so I was like, oh, there's gonna be people there. So I walked down and there were some girls there, and I actually just started talking to them about it. Something I'd never do under any other circumstances, but
And that's where your strep came from. The truth came out. You're right, Cody. The game does bring out the truth.
yes, that's where my strep came from.
Making out with strange Poke ladies.
No,
Gotta
it
Were
was
they
in front of a.
outfits? Like,
It was in
Pokemon
front of a.
outfits?
It was a church. It was in the church's.
Here's what
lawn.
I'm imagining.
Got a tongue
Austin's
of
like,
all.
look, I got your lure. Get some Axe body spray.
We've
Spray
seen
on
those
the
commercials.
Yeah,
We all know the truth.
on a church lawn, right in front of the church.
It's a Catholic church. I don't know.
So it's okay to do
It's
that.
like, just confess it in the morning.
happened.
Oh, Jed.
Classy Jed. Now, hey, here's a little cool something. Apparently, Samurai Jack is going back into production.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
gonna
I
have
know
a
about
series
that.
on Adult
What?
Swim.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
aware of that.
What?
I've seen the screenshot and it looks freaking amazing. Like
I
he's all
have too.
old. He's like got
Yeah.
a beard.
I watched the YouTube video, like I guess the studio did the announcement video and they were interviewing
Yeah.
the old staff and stuff. But yeah, it's going back up. It's going to be on Adult Swim. It's going to be darker
Yeah,
than the
yeah.
original
I'm
series.
really excited for that.
I'm all for dark.
So I guess instead of every time Samurai Jack cuts up somebody and they end up being a robot, convenient, it might actually be cut off an arm and it actually be a person's arm or something.
That's crazy if they go that violent.
Well, I mean, Adult Swim's covered in violence
Yeah,
in that
yeah, it's
aspect.
true.
You're always seeing blood in Family Guy.
I hope they
or
keep the
Rick and
humor at
Morty.
least, though, because that show was funny too.
Yes, yes, it is. So I was kind of surprised. I'm like, out of nowhere, here it comes. It coming back. That's really cool.
There's a few
Back to
things
the
coming
past,
back.
Samurai Jack.
I just want a true spiritual successor to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
If only.
They wrapped it up so good though.
Did they do
Why-
Korra?
Don't
Well,
even go back. You don't
They
even
did
need
do
to.
Korra, but it's, in my opinion,
Crap.
terrible.
I've heard it's not that great.
But that's what I
Rubbish.
mean by spiritual successor. It doesn't have to follow the same characters, but I want the same amount of love put into the same style.
I
of
mean,
product.
that's how I feel with like my beloved animes or any show really. It's like I wish there was another show like this one.
Hmm.
That's what makes it special though. It's like it's one of a kind.
and Firefly.
Yeah. You'll never get that.
Firefly's like, hey,
Serenity,
got
man,
pretty
that
good
wrapped it up.
writers. Oh.
It was so good.
And when you think about what all shows out there getting like seasons 4, 5, and 6, and you're wondering how's the Bachelorette still on TV, and then you got Firefly that gets one season and they can it.
Yeah.
You're like no one's into this. What about in cosplay? No one's into it.
Even though everyone is into it.
You can buy merchandise for it today.
They're still coming out with new merchandise for it.
Oh, so silly.
I've seen the loot crates, darn it.
Just swap the entire cast for the people in, like, you know, Vampire Diaries. Suddenly, you got your female fans watching it. Then it's popular.
Not just watching it, but they like getting real into it. Like they were always into sci-fi and geeky
Yeah.
and kind of thing.
A bit like how everyone's going crazy over Harley Quinn. Like, they're the
Yeah.
biggest fans. You've not even seen the movie.
I don't even like that movie. By the way, just doesn't interest me that much at all.
Suicide Squad? Yeah.
I don't know.
It looks really dodgy to me.
It's not I'll watch it, but it's not grabbing me so far.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
probably gonna go to it, but
Yeah, not a big
I don't
fan of that Harley Quinn version.
I really think I probably said it before, but they should just rename that movie Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad
no
because
kidding.
every trailer, every commercial, she's got the most screen time. They're
Yeah.
pushing that character.
Yeah, they really are.
I'm like, I didn't realize it was about one person in a group. I thought it was about the whole group.
It's frustrating because I adore that character to death.
There's actually a really good animated movie of the Suicide Squad I watched a few months ago.
Yeah, I saw that one.
See.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Speaking of animated
And, well,
movie,
what I
oh,
find
go ahead.
interesting, talking about Harley Quinn real quick, is that the actor doesn't actually even like the outfit that she's forced to wear in the movie.
I don't blame her. It's kind of tacky.
It tries too hard, I guess, to be like
15-year-old
prostitute, but
I mean, she's got her awesome classic outfit, which is amazing. I love it. I've got a statue of it. And then her, what was the second Batman game?
Arkham Asylum
City?
or Arkham
Oh,
City.
right, the
Yeah.
nurse outfit. Is that what you're
Nah,
talking
the
about?
other one where it's
Oh,
like
the other one.
the
Yeah,
leather
okay. Right,
pants
yeah.
and that vest. That was, I love that update. And I mean, they
Yeah.
could use either of those two, and they go with this weird meth-looking thing. I don't. not
Yeah,
happy with
it is. She does look like a drug addict.
Yeah.
She really does.
I like the actress as well, which is even more annoying.
Yeah. Jed, you were
I know
about
they
to
went-
mention. You were about to mention the
Oh.
Killing Joker, weren't you?
Actually, no. I watched though. I do have to watch The Killing Joke though. It
Yeah, I need to
doesn't
watch
seem
that
be-
too.
Heads up, everybody! It's like getting a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
There's a
I don't
sex
know.
scene though with Batman and Batgirl.
I've
Oh,
heard
well.
Twice
it's
rated R.
Gross.
they
I-
must have not been showing a lot of stuff because they didn't really like. I came in here after Game of Thrones, and this is all I see: off-scene moans. But I did watch. What was it? Teen Titans versus Justice League.
I enjoyed that very much, actually.
Is that new? Or is that
Oh.
an
Ish.
older one?
recent.
It's like newish. Like I
I don't
only
think I've seen that.
saw it in stores. I'm like, wait, I don't remember this, and I caught that up. Animation's pretty good.
I like the
Starfire's-
overall more mature tone that they put in it without putting it over the top.
They did some kind of like boy band montage, like you see the teenagers interacting at a county fair or something, and it's got this really terrible pop style song. I don't know who wrote it, and I hope that they have diarrhea for the rest of this night. But it was terrible. Oh my god! Oh, I don't care seeing these kids trying to be kids because they're trying to cope being superpowered, children and being just regular kids, but it didn't connect with me. I don't know what they were trying with that. Other than that, though, the fights were good, and it's mostly about Raven. If you're
Oh,
into
yeah?
that character, it's good checking out.
She's great.
I had a crush on her for a while.
His waifu.
So did Newgrounds.
But as for the Killing Joke, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
but
me
I
neither.
know everyone was real hyped about it. because
I'll get to
was
it.
Based off that comic book,
Yeah.
and everyone loved that. We'll see though.
I was watching The Last Starfighter last night.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I ain't seen it in like 30 years, so I was like, hey, I've been
Yeah,
meaning to
I haven't
rewatch
seen that
this.
for a while.
It's still entertaining. The CG was, wow, very,
Excellent.
very old school looking, amazing, but still really well done at the time. I'm sure the budget wasn't that big. I've got the, oh crap, what's it called? Flight of the Avatar, I think it's called? No?
Navigator?
Navigator, yeah. I got that one to rewatch as well.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, I saw both of those after I finished that other one. I remembered absolutely nothing in it, which is so good because it felt like a totally new film for me. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one, I guess. I love old films.
Yeah.
Got to go through all the old. I have been going through all the old sword and sorcery movies.
What are those?
Do you remember Sword and the Sorceress? Did you ever see that? It was
I don't think so.
he had like that sword with the 3 blades sticking out, and he could press one, and sword blade would fly off and hit the enemy.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
What is
It's
it now?
great. Sword and the Sorceress. You know those old 80s sword and
Yeah,
sorcery
yeah.
magic movies. So good. I mean, I've had that
Oh,
for a
yeah.
while to rewatch it. I've got a lot of things I need to rewatch, and I only remembered it because actually, I just want to take a moment and just bring up a podcast I actually listen to, and I don't listen to podcasts. Most of them don't interest me. I either get bored after a while, just they're not for me. But yeah, the one I follow is it's called the G2V podcast. I'll put the link in the description at the bottom. But yeah, it's by a couple friends of mine that I know online, Scott Woodard and Arnold T. Blumberg. I mean, just between themselves, they've been in documentaries with about zombies and horror films. They've written books and articles, everything from movies to Marvel superheroes. Written scripts for Doctor Who, and even Scott's wife Tamara. She's done costume design for lots of movies. Some big ones too, like Avatar and Tron Legacy, the Iron Man, the first one. It's amazing. I would love to hear some of the stories that she'd have, just on the set and everything. But yeah, they actually recently released a book called Cinema and Sorcery. Lots of cool stuff in there. You can download it at the moment. I can't recall if the softcover version is out, but the download one is already there. You can grab it. But yeah, head over to their website. It's even on iTunes, so you can just grab it, put it on your phone, listen to it while you're doing something, the laundry or exercising like I do. They cover heaps of things. Lots of TV shows, the Simple Walking Dead, for example, iZombie, The Evil Dead, legendary show. Watch it. Oh my god. And there's lots of flashbacks of older horror films, and there's some sci-fi in there. Do yourself a favor, go over there, listen to it. I definitely haven't done it justice because I don't have a written script in front of me because I'm useless. But yeah, go over there, listen to their podcasts, focus on just the shows that you like, for example, so you can, get a feel for it. But yeah, extremely entertaining, very, very informative. It's great. That's the only podcast I follow. So yeah, head over there, do yourself a favor, listen to them, tell your friends, and have your friends tell their
Might be
friends.
worth checking out sometime.
Did you ever see the Cruel? Cruel?
Krull.
It's that one where that guy's like Chinese star that
Yeah,
can come back
that's
after
awesome.
he throws it or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good films. I love them. Tried to get a friend of mine to watch Piranha 3D. He can't because it's too gory. It's like, what are you?
Piranha 3 Double D.
The
Double
movie
D.
is too gory. That's just
Yeah.
unheard of.
Especially one with that budget.
I mean, if 7-year-old me can watch movies like that, your 30-old stupid face can handle it.
Well, some people are more sensitive to imagery they're
Well,
not accustomed to.
They need that sensitivity beaten out of them.
We need to desensitize, is that what you're saying?
That's right. It's just a movie. It's not real.
It's just made to look real. It's made to sound real and be believable so you can have an emotional detachment. Person being mutilated by fish.
Well, I mean, it's a half comedy. You got all these, douches on spring break doing douchey things, and you see them being eaten and stuff. It's like, yeah, how can you not
I'm
enjoy
like-
that?
I love gore in movies. It's fascinating
Yeah.
how they pull off stuff, like the effects and stuff.
So much fun.
One of those. Go ahead.
Like that's the biggest appeal to me in like gory movies is like how do they make it look like that? That is so awesome.
You remember the old The Thing from the early 80s?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Love
the
it.
thing. Oh, Jed, did you watch that video?
I sure did. I am so mad. Those
Yeah.
effects looked so great.
What video?
And
You know the Thing prequel they did a few years ago?
Oh, yeah.
It's all CGI.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
That movie was originally made with all practical effects, no CGI.
Mm.
And like the shareholders or the higher ups looked at it and said, replace it all with CG. And so I showed Jed a video, like a montage of that, like all the practical effects they used in that movie before they replaced the CGI over it, and it looked so good.
Oh,
I can't believe they did.
is
I
that
can't
by
believe they
that?
replaced it.
Is that by that special effects channel on YouTube?
I don't. I mean, it is on YouTube. I just don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
If it's them, because they're the ones who actually do the effects and they upload videos of what they've done. Like they've got
Yeah.
that and from Aliens and everything, Predator.
yeah, I think it was those guys.
Yeah, they're amazing. Love that channel. Whatever it is.
It's called Studio ADI.
Yeah, that's
Who
it.
did the video?
Studio
the amount of
ADI.
skill they have is incredible because
They are gods.
some of those monsters they were making just looked like car accident victims or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
So mutilated but deformed and creative, and like I can't believe they spent so much time and effort making that stuff just so it can be done in 3 weeks and some bad CGI to fill in to make the release. What a waste of talent.
Why am I hungry?
Because you're fat.
You're fat. I went to Royce's house yesterday, and he's got a scale. We don't have one because the one we had stopped working properly because it was a
Because you
digital
broke it because you're fat.
one. Nah, something. They'll go out of alignment after a while.
Because you're fat.
You're
I can keep
fat.
going with this. So just keep going with your story.
I mean, they do go out of alignment, but they come with there's a little knob that you can like readjust it on it.
Yeah, but the ones that really start to break, you've got it like 5, into the negative. It's like this
Yeah.
isn't working. And every now and then you have to change it a bit because people stomp on it when they shouldn't be. But you like got pounds, right?
Yes,
That's
we're
right.
pounds.
Yeah. So
Not
I mean,
kilos.
about a month back, I started doing this. I don't want to call it a diet because a diet means you're actually attempting something. I was just experimenting and being bored.
He had a purse and everything, guys.
There's a, when you eat, you get halfway through your food and then you're not hungry and you just, finish the rest
Keep
because
eating.
it's there. Yeah.
I do that every time I eat, and I hate it.
Yeah, so I've started a thing where, because I can eat a shitload, and
Yeah, me too.
so I've started this thing where once I'm full, I stop eating. Not full, I mean once I'm not hungry anymore. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get through like half my food, sometimes even a quarter of it. And suddenly I'm like, I don't really need the rest of this. And I'll stop eating. And, instead of going out and buying a large, takeaway meal of something, in like those takeaway containers, I'll get like a
Right. You just
medium or
right.
sometimes, a small instead. So when I buy the medium, I even only eat half of the medium just because, and I'll throw the rest away. People might say that's wasteful, but I'm like, I've already paid for it, so it doesn't matter what happens after because it's, me. So I've been doing that and exercising once a week, sometimes twice, which is on my elliptical, my cross trainer for like 25
Mhm.
minutes while I watch some TV episode that I've been trying to catch up on.
Mhm.
And I've gone in the last month from, what was I? I was 80, it was either 81 or 82 kilos. That's 178 pounds, which is,
Mhm.
and I was still trim. Now I'm 74, which is about 163 pounds. And this is
So
me,
shockingly,
I'm not,
eating less makes
yeah.
you lose weight.
And I want to point out, I'm still eating cakes and pancakes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I haven't
As
cut them
long as
out.
you're just like not eating more than you
Yeah.
should, you'll
Oh,
lose the weight.
I stopped
So
drinking.
moral.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
drink soft drinks. I just been
Yeah,
using water.
that definitely
Yep.
helps.
Soft
Cut out
drinks kill
soda,
you.
you will lose a lot of weight.
So yeah, you don't need to go out and do this, oh, I must eat lettuce and nothing else and exercise every day. Because I see it at work. This girl showed me her lunch. She goes, I'm dieting. I'm like, why? You're slim. She goes, no. I'm like, okay, female, I'm not going to argue with you. And she shows me her lunch and it's just broccoli and carrots. I'm like, you're wasting your time right now. Salad is all well and good, but the more you deny your body the stuff it needs, the sooner you snap and suddenly eat everything and goodbye to the diet that you were just doing. And this other lady behind me, she's large, and she's all. When girls talk about their dieting things, they go for ages. It's like so
Mhm.
proud. They mention this, mention that, and the girls around. Oh my God, that's so good. Oh, I hope I can do this. I want to teach me, blah blah. 1 hour conversation on their dieting methods behind me at work. Couldn't believe it. And she's showing the crap. 3 days later, eating a chocolate bar at lunch. I'm like, what are you doing? She's drinking Diet Coke. Like, you're pointless. That's why you're large. Like, what I'm doing isn't even effort.
I mean, you'll say like you're putting in a lot of like a little effort. For most people, it would be willpower. A lot of people just don't have
Yeah, I
willpower.
don't know. I guess I've got willpower. But the thing is, you're not starving. So that's why I don't consider it as effort because I'm not hungry. So I don't see
I,
why that's
I think
effort.
some of the problems that people eat when they're bored.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
a big
that's a
problem.
definite thing. Yeah.
yeah.
When
Stop
they're
eating.
bored, they'll eat. So they need to find some other alternative to it.
Hmm.
Whether that's chewing a stick of gum or something, if it's gonna occupy them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've trimmed up more than usual, which is pretty cool. Because now I can show off my tight clothing, which is weird.
They're in the mirror again,
You know
taking
those
pictures.
tight sort of shirts that are not loose? I have a few of those because they're really nice, but I stopped wearing them because I just didn't like them anymore because I like loose. But since I'm even more cut now, it's like, why not?
Yeah,
Look
I
at me.
definitely like wearing smaller shirts
Mm.
after gaining a lot of muscle.
I'm thinking of
Like
starting up.
I have so many graphic T-shirts, and I get them all small, so my pecs bulge in my shirt, and I'm just like, yeah.
I'm thinking of starting up gym again. It's just annoying. Not to get big, because that's something that people fall into. They go hardcore for like a year or two. They're like, yeah, bro, look at me. I get all the girls, holes a goal, flexing in every mirror they see. And then they lose interest in that. Couple years later, 5 years, suddenly they're fat because they're still eating the same amount as they were while they were
Yeah,
doing gym. And they don't go gym
yeah.
anymore because, yeah, no, just do it to tone up, slight bit of size, nothing impressive, something that you can, keep.
Yeah, like the more you do it, the more time it takes, and that will just make you not want to do it even
Yeah,
more.
I mean,
I think I've hit a good balance with mine.
Hmm. I mean, in my mid-20s, I really liked the physique I had because I was doing martial arts and gym at the time, and I kept that same size by, lifting weights maybe once or twice a week. Sometimes I go 2 weeks doing nothing. Yet I still kept that size for a year because I wasn't, I was just doing the bare minimum.
Hmm.
So I want to get back into that again. None of this 5 days a week bullshit. Because that's bullshit.
Working out for me is a really good antidepressant. Like I don't need. I used to take antidepressant meds, but I don't even need it now. I just work
It's
out.
also great for like stress and things. So if you got a
Yeah.
stressful job, working out will ease stress a good deal. I mean, that's proven through every study I've ever seen.
I can't believe how flippin' long I've been doing it for. I was like 19 years old when I started working out, so 11 or 12 years I've been going at it. Earlier this week, a mod came out for Witcher 3 that was first person. I was really liking that because the graphics in that game are amazing, and going into first person is even cooler. Being able to just walk around. It makes me wonder why they didn't like implement that in the first place because it's so good.
I think third person is more popular all around
It
kind of
is, but I love the first person aspect for like the immersion of like walking around in cities. It is
Yeah.
so awesome.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, when I get around to it, I'll be flipping back and forth between the views.
Yeah.
Because I like seeing him move when he's fighting as well.
Yeah, well, when you're in combat, it goes back to third person because it's pretty much impossible to fight in first person.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. Though. I'll have to get around to playing that eventually. I haven't even played the second one.
That game, you guys, it is one of my favorite games of all time. Like seriously, I've put over 300 hours into it already, and I still haven't beaten the DLC Blood and Wine. I'm still playing it.
I'm just waiting to upgrade my PC before I play it.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
That's one thing about Crytek though. When they release DLC, they do it right.
Crytek? You mean
no,
not
wait.
Cry. It's a you screwed my head up. I know who it is. Something red.
Oh,
Witcher
you're
3.
right.
CD
Crytek.
Projekt.
CD Projekt.
CD Projekt.
Thank
My
you.
bad. Who was I
Thank
thinking? Crytek. Was that Crisis?
Crytek is
That's
Crisis.
Yeah, Crytek is Crisis.
My
Yes.
apologies. My apologies.
Good
everyone.
engines.
I must have
Yes,
saw that on
CD
Steam.
CD Projekt are amazing with their DLC.
They do it right.
Well, they
That's
treat it
it.
like DLC. You're not buying half a game to
I mean,
begin with.
they
Yeah, and the
then-
thing is, the little things, like the little add-ons, are free. They never charge for it, which is amazing.
I've loved them since the first game came out.
Yeah, I've liked the first game as well. I've played them since the first.
Second one, I didn't like it as much. I think a lot more people
It's alright.
liked it. I liked the first
I
one.
liked it. I think I like the first one more than the second one as well.
I'll have to
People,
retry.
people say the first one's really bad because of the combat, but I think it's just fine, honestly.
Combat was fine for me.
Yeah.
The second one was a lot more. They're both
It's
good.
more action-based, yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Should mention, since we were talking about TV shows, very popular at the moment, Stranger Things. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Best show
I will
in
be
years.
watching that soon. We'll be
Same
watching
here.
it soon.
Wonderful.
I got one series to fill up first, and then I'm going to be checking it out. Because I'm hearing tons and tons and tons of praise on it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't normally go like Rotten Tomato scores like religiously. I just kind of use them as a base to like
Yeah.
if something's worth my
Yeah.
time. And normally they hit the mark. Normally, like some movies, I'm gonna say, gotta be careful because I got fans in the house. But like Batman versus Superman, I think it was getting like a 36. I think that's a fair score after watching it.
Yeah, I didn't even
But-
go to that. Didn't even go to it.
Stranger Things is getting like a 95. So I'm like, dang, there's gotta be a lot of people that
It's
love
magical.
this show. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
The thing about it is like all the commercials for it and stuff. It looks like it's straight out of the '80s. It's
It
like
is.
Goonies or something.
Yeah, the
It's
entire
crazy.
feel, the clothing, the even the music and the not like band music, like
the
soundtracks. Yeah, they've got like the electric like keyboard type thing happening in the
Right.
background.
Oh
and-
yeah, that stuff was really huge.
I
Yeah.
loved it when I heard it. I was like, oh my god,
Oh,
Yeah, everyone
yeah.
goes on about, E.T. and Goonies and all that. There's other things mixed in there. Like there's a touch of Silent Hill, which I completely loved.
Huh. Cool.
Hmm.
Very nice. Well, we'll have to do impressions on it after we all watch a couple
Yeah.
episodes.
Sure.
Uh,
It's only 8 episodes long, so
Yeah.
you should be able to watch it fairly quick.
Only the first two build up. By the third, it starts to really kick in, and it's excellent. And they're making more.
nice. Well, they
Nice.
should, given the rating and the
Yeah.
Yeah,
popularity.
serious.
It's gonna be great. Can't
Right.
wait. I hope
Well,
the
I guess-
Blu-ray has heaps of extras because I totally want to see more things.
This is Commonwealth's extras. I don't know why.
Extras
I
are
watch some
great.
extras every now and again.
Dude, I love extras. Every now and then, I'll just sit down and watch all the extras of Lord of the Rings because
Yep.
it's like freaking 25 hours long.
Oh
and
gosh,
extras.
it's unreal. It's
So
so
I'll
much
just
fun.
sometimes I'll say spend a week watching all the extras for that
Yeah,
show, for that
I'm a-
movie.
I did that with
Uh.
Lord of the Rings, Aliens. They have so much.
Yeah,
in that.
I watched all the Aliens extras as well.
Oh, it made me so happy. So happy.
I would go ahead and like to mention that for community game night, we're going to try a little something different. I thought it might be fun for everyone to participate in Team Fortress 2 because it's free, and there's a lot of supported servers for it, free as well as like modded servers. for
Yeah,
different game
we're gonna
modes.
try that tonight. So that doesn't. It's not. You're not gonna benefit from that from this podcast since we'll upload it in a few days, but we'll probably try it again next time as well.
Yeah,
TF2.
we're just trying to see if it sticks.
The problem is that our patrons aren't really getting. I don't know if we're in the wrong time zones or what, but
We do go
having
on
a
a bit
hard
late.
time. Yeah, we're having a hard time getting everyone together to play.
So
I don't know if we're doing well enough with our announcements or what, but yeah.
we'll try to work out the kinks. Last weekend it was just all the planets aligned or something, and disaster hit. Cody got kicked off the internet.
Yeah, I had
We
no internet. It was just
Yeah, and then when we finally got up and running, there was one person that was like, "Yep, I'm here," and it's like, I don't know what we can do with one person. So we were gonna we like let's just play Earth Defense Force, and then he downloads it. He like buys it and downloads it, and then Jed was like, "I gotta go now" because he had to leave. He had to get up early the next day or whatever because he was going to a job
Work.
party.
Oh yeah, I had a
function.
job activity I
so
had to go to.
so he downloads the game. And he's like, "I'm ready," and then Jed leaves, and we're like, "Well, yes, we'll be done." And he's like, "What?" There's like one guy, that one patron is just like getting screwed out of it. It's
Oh,
so
well, he
I'm very
very clearly
sorry.
deserves honors.
It was
for-
frustrating that he couldn't play with us, but
hopefully it doesn't happen all the time.
no.
That company picnic is over with now, so
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. We're getting the kinks, but
This one goes to the picnic. There's even a beach or whatever, and because it's hot, people are in bikinis. Doesn't have a camera with him. Can't even make a video for the channel or send photos. Nothing.
What, you didn't bring a camera?
Ignored us.
I
Completely
did not bring my camera.
disgusting.
Con told you like 5 times to bring
I know,
a camera.
if Con had his way, I would go everywhere with 6
You would just
GoPros.
have like a flipping
Just-
GoPro.
yeah, just attached to every corner of my body. Like, show me what the Walmarts look like. Just be walking around Walmart with my arms out, just looking at everything. Like, they won't let you have your cell phone on some of the rides.
Yeah.
Like, they'll either hold
Makes
them for you
sense,
off
yeah.
to the side and stuff. So it's really difficult to keep a phone on you. And then at that particular day, it was so hot that they actually had sprinklers on.
Mm.
So like you'd be walking down one of the sidewalks and there's a waterfall,
Yeah.
So you got a choice like, gee, can I try to walk around it or I just run through it like everyone else having a great time? And obviously, it just was not the time and place to have a valuable electronics.
All your reasonings, I palm away.
All right, here's what we do. Everybody's just gonna have to fly Con to America so he can go to this theme park, lose his phone, and then we bring him and we call him up and go, "Hey, Con, what happened? Tell us what happened, buddy." Just
I got a bit more skill than you when it comes to cameras.
screw you all.
Yeah, feel free to donate. Get me to America.
Oh, God. All right. Well, I think that wraps up this podcast. Thank
What?
you, everybody,
We-
for listening.
What the
We
hell?
need to go. Well, we need to go
No,
into
no.
Q&A.
Look at
as well.
this.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Look
Go
at
ahead.
this.
Listen.
Cuts everything
I'm so-
off. Cody's
I'm sorry,
got
is-
stories.
I do.
You do.
does.
I do.
He does?
Hurry up.
Hurry up. He's like,
um, there was a boy named Sue. That's I got nothing.
it's fine. It's fine. You don't need to have a topic.
Oh, well. I'll send off a few
can
more
s-
then.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Little couple quick ones. There was a it's funny how so many stories come from work, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm still adjusting to it and all that. But they were having a Friday, like a tea thing. Everyone brings in a bit of, I don't know, cupcakes or stuff like
This
that.
place sounds fabulous.
Yeah, well, it's completely, filled with female workers. And I'm like the only guy on the floor of like 40 of them. It's like, oh my God. So it's
Wow.
such a weird environment. So yeah, they got the whole huge table, lots of food on it, mainly unhealthy stuff, and they're all eating away. And one of the girls that works with me, she goes, come get a cake, come get a cake. I'm like, no, I'm good. I mean, the main reason I don't want to eat stuff there is because I see them touching the food when they're laying it out. I also know what their keyboards look like. No, sorry, I don't do this. I'm not eating anything any of you have touched. And so she kept asking me like, nah, it's okay. And then in the end, third time she asked me, she goes, oh, are you looking after your weight? With a smile. And I was like, yeah. And this large woman next to her just glares at me. She goes, you're looking after your weight, while she's holding this cake in her hand. I'm thinking, yeah, this is why I don't look like you. Oh my God. Leave me alone.
She's probably thinking genetics. It's the only advantage.
Yeah, because I stuff my face every minute I can. There's effort going into this body. Oh my God.
Oh, that's great.
My sister had a good one, a story that I'm going to give to you right now. She just got back from her trip through Italy and Venice and all that. And she went to this one store that was having a sale on Prada bags. And you know how expensive those things are. If you don't, you do now because they're expensive.
Okay.
Like it
Knowledge
goes,
acquired.
$5,000 for one, for example. 2 to 5 grand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're stupid expensive. And they're having a sale and it was down to 1 grand. So it's amazing.
Mega
I guess
expensive.
that's a sale. I guess that counts.
Well, if you save 4 grand.
Like
But-
this,
I'd
the
love to
cow
have
that we
4
killed
grand.
this bag for was only 6 months old, so it's not as valuable as the 2-month-old cows. We
Yeah.
like to get them right when they come to life.
I almost enjoyed that as much as my custom baby seal leather boots.
I mean, I've got my kangaroo hats and everything, so wear them
So
indoors.
she goes to get this bag.
Yeah, she goes, and there's one left on the bench when she gets it. It's a brown one, and that's the one she wanted, so she grabs it. And she notices, like, to the side, there's this other lady who'd gotten one as well, and it was a black one. And she's carrying it around, and my sister's just looking at her. And then this female sense kicks in, and she starts following her. And she's following her around the store. The lady puts the purse down to pick up something else to look at it. My sister grabs the purse, bolts.
Isn't that thievery?
Yeah, it's monstrous. I called her that too.
But she
An
didn't.
animal.
She didn't buy it yet, did she? The other
Nah.
lady.
No.
Okay, so it's not quite.
But she was carrying it
stealing.
around because she wanted it.
Exactly.
She
If you, like, if you
apparently
went
didn't
to-
want it that bad
Yeah.
because she
Well,
set it
That
down.
reminds me of like Black Friday shoppers like pushing each
Yeah.
other away. And
I was
swap-
going to say, at least she was, I guess, courteous when she stole it. Instead of trying to grab it from her hand, she waited for her to put it down.
Courteous. She didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, she
Still,
probably...
it's you gotta have. What is the word I'm looking for?
You need
Etiquette.
ethics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something when you're doing some shopping. Just because a person has it and they set it down, they needed their hands free. Obviously, doesn't mean they didn't want it no more. Chances are they're going to turn around, pick it up, and very likely she turned around and wondered what the crap happened to her bag.
I just got mugged.
Yeah. So she got 2 bags for 2 grand instead of 10. She kept the brown one, and she gave the black one to my mum. It's
A
like,
bag
That-
is a
that is-
bag.
Yep.
you'd think
If I
so.
want to carry something, I just get a plastic bag out of the flipping from Walmart or
That-
something, and just
That's why you're a man.
throw the bag away when I'm done carrying it.
You don't understand.
I
Man, if I
don't.
want to get
bag.
real fancy, I'll just get a tote. Put stuff in there, and now I got some handles. $1,000. Oh my gosh.
I know.
It's brutal.
There better
but-
be gold bars in there. Like,
Well, I
just
mean,
to
I
give
looked
it
at
weight.
it. I was playing with it. It's
Oh,
I don't know, it was a
you're-
bag.
You're,
It
you're
had a
playing on the
TV
dark
installed
side
in
of
it.
the ocean there, Con. You better start coming back to shore.
I was like opening all the zips, putting my hands in just to see if there was something magical, and I don't know. It's just a bag. Didn't even look impressive.
Where was you with your camera now? I want to see with your bag.
The bag is still here. I'll go and do like a 1 hour fucking survey of it. for
Photo shoot
review.
in the mirror.
Here's me holding the bag like a woman holds it. Here's me in the sun. Here's me on my
I'm totally
lawn.
not wanting to be a woman though. I just, this is for girls. Nervous laugh.
Here's me skipping.
Oh.
Oh, now I understand.
So okay, so now here's a little mini story. This is actually some family history.
See,
now that
told
we're
you he
talking
had
about-
one.
Now that we're talking about lady handbags. All right, for everybody who has girlfriend, wife, mom, and she asks someone, "Hey, can you go get my purse or my bag?" Well, you know how a guy carries the bag. He just picks it up as a wad, right? Because you
Right.
do not want to be identified with, just holding a handbag normally. You just grab it in a big old wad
Right.
and you take it to whoever asked for it.
Yep.
Right.
And so, my grandma on my mom's side, she asked her husband, "Hey, can you go get my bag out of the car?" So Grandpa goes out, he gets the bag, and instead of holding it like a wad, how normally a man would do it, he has it slung over his shoulder, and he is strutting into the store with this handbag, his hands all resting on it.
Grandpa,
And that's just how it is. It was it's just like, what can you do at that point? You can't recover from that.
I said,
It's like I lost my grandpa that day.
when you get to a certain age, you just don't give a shit. You do what you want.
Pretty much.
It's like when you're in high school or slightly younger, you won't be seen dead with like your mum in the store walking around. You're older now. It's like, bro, you keep laughing. One day she'll be dead. Then you'll be in tears, and the kid will just look at you, quickly walk off.
And I say
Yeah.
that because I'm actually going out back to kill her right now. That's going to really drive the message home.
You had your chance to be with her, stupid kid.
You cross paths with death.
Who's got the Q&A open? There
I
were
think Con
two?
does.
Was there two?
Yeah, I got two.
All
All
right.
right.
Alpha Nerd says,
Wait, hold on.
What?
Just a reminder, Q&A is for patrons 5 and up.
yeah, send your
Yes.
questions.
Send your questions if you're a patron 5 and up.
Mm-mm. He says, are you guys ever planning to meet in real life? Of course.
Oh, yes, I'd say that's definitely on the table. Disney World, I think, would be a tremendous place to meet.
I mean, we've all met before except Con.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, I'm
And
saving
until
up.
that restraining order expires, we're okay.
Yeah.
We're
I
hoping
mean, we're safe.
second half of next year, big Disneyland trip, all of us. We're hoping.
Con's convinced on this. I don't know, though.
I'm
Yeah.
saving. I'm trying my hardest.
He does want to go so bad. And unfortunately, I've already had to work out an alibi on where I will be on the time the police officer's asking me, why did that Australian man try to grope Ariel in front of all those children? And I'm like, listen, I was on the Tower of Terror, not the one that happened in that cave where the photo shoot of Ariel was going.
Tower
So-
of Terror.
Tower
They're getting rid of that.
I thought they were building one in Disneyland that was going to be for Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm pretty sure the Disneyland, they're replacing the Tower of Terror with the Guardians
Yeah,
of the
that's
Galaxy, right? Yeah.
the one in Disney World will still be there.
Are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
There's
that's
actually
still fine.
there's actually a really good Little Mermaid ride in Disneyland. I don't know about if it's at Disney World, but
Well, I'm going
a
to
really
both.
good ride there. I've went on it twice. It's really good.
I'll have to check it out. or at least look it up or something.
I'll be taking so much video when I go. So many photos.
I want to see like 6 GoPros just all around you, so you don't miss anything.
A GoPro bubble boy.
One of the things, just real quick, one of the things when I was on my Disney cruise, I think Colin was the only person to ask me, what do the bathrooms look like? So I had to go and take pictures of the bathrooms, and mind you, they were super nice. They like everything was marble and like tiled and brass and mind you, I had to take them when everybody was asleep because I didn't want to be that one guy that's got a camera in the bathroom and then somebody walks in and I have to explain what I'm doing. But that's just to give you an idea. Wants details of everything.
Oh,
Pictures
actually,
of everything.
I need to mention something now because you said the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I've
There
got
goes
this.
back with that pregnancy.
Yeah, no, I got this thing where I sometimes like to bug my female friends by like, if I'm wearing something like tight jeans or shorts, I'll like aim ass towards them a bit and just like, sometimes drop the wallet, bend over slowly, just to hassle them. And I was in the
Sexual harassment's what that's called.
yeah, and I was in the bathroom at work, and I was trying to take a photo of me, like girls do in the mirror, and I'm trying to take it so I can send it to this friend of mine so I can hassle her. I'm like, ooh, doing the face and all with ass sort of towards it, because I had really good jeans on that time and I looked great. And so I was doing it, and as I was at it, because I was taking a few minutes trying to get the angle, nothing happened. There was the one guy who happened to be in the building, decided to come into the bathroom at that specific moment. So
Now
yeah.
the whole building's convinced. you're just taking pictures of yourself in girl jeans.
Oh, he laughed his face off.
Oh.
It was great.
Wow.
All right, what's the next question?
Next one is Matthew Keith. Which game do you regret playing?
Oof.
As a collective or individual?
I guess either one.
One of each of us. So who wants to go first?
Oh, I could go first easy if anyone needs a moment.
Fine attention, Hawk.
Go
for
ahead.
Wolfquest.
Wolf Quest.
Pick that up on Steam.
Wolf
'Cause
Quest? Is that what you said?
Wolf Quest. Wolf. Oh, Wolf
Yeah. Yes.
Quest. It's raved all about in the reviews. You go on Steam, you look it up. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's so cool! I finally learned how to do, this, that, and this." I get on there, graphics terrible,
Yeah.
controls semi-terrible, gameplay very terrible. Con and I think we spent 4 hours in a very small sandbox location. I mean, very small, and you can't do nothing. There's nothing to do.
We're trying to figure out what
You
the
just-
point of the game is. I don't know.
We can't.
I learned how
We
to
took
poop
down a
and pee.
bear, but you can hunt by, sniffing. So kind of like in The Legend of Zelda, you go in that sniff mode and you can find things by their smell. But I don't understand the point of that game at all.
You're
Nothing.
peeing
It was,
everywhere, right?
Yeah.
every chance I could.
Yeah.
It's
But
an
graphically,
aimless.
I can't tell you how. It's
Yeah, it
ugly
looks pretty
too.
bad.
You can tell where the sandbox ends because you eventually reach a point where you just see this really pixelated background that's supposed to be wilderness, and then you go up to that point like, oh, well, I guess we have to go 50 feet the other way before we hit that wall too, and then there we go, we're having a good time. Oh, Wolf
Yeah.
Quest!
It was definitely a waste of money.
Ugh.
How about
We
you,
were
Cody?
I have one, and it's not going to be for the reasons people will generally think of a game that I've hated playing. It's actually going to be the Half-Life series. Not because it's a bad game. No, it's an excellent game, but because Half-Life 3 isn't here.
It doesn't
That's-
end.
That's not fair, darn it. I don't know what it is with stopping at 2, but like it just feels I've crushed the games, I've all that good stuff, and there's just such a cliffhanger, and it's honestly mean.
You know what? I'm surprised. No one has like. There's been no fan projects to make a
That's what I was
Half-Life
gonna
3.
say too.
That's
Especially with the
really
new engine.
well.
Why
It's not
hasn't
only that.
somebody
It's
done
like
it?
there are so many source mods and custom campaigns of original games. You know, from the source engine. I'm surprised they
Maybe
haven't
everybody's just
Yeah, that's weird.
they're just too scared to approach it. They're
Maybe.
like, we
Decent
can't do
assist
anything.
by
We're not
Valve.
creative.
For me, there's plenty of games I already got playing. Lots being stupid early access games that just made me rage so much. But I guess I'll go with Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. And many of you may have seen my video. I made a video called Killplix Rage Quits Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. Because Amnesia, the original, is one of my favorite games. It's one of the scariest games. Terrified me. That game, Machine for Pigs, is awful. Awful game.
I've heard.
Awful, awful game by a stupid company. I wish I had done my research before I bought it.
What made him so bad?
It wasn't scary at all. It was mostly
Really?
you just walked around the entire time. You weren't like there were very little puzzle solving. You were just walking around, and little events and like voice audio clips would play here and there to get the story going. But other than that, when I finally came across a monster, it didn't even chase me. It ran away. It ran from me. And
Fair.
finally, when it chased me, I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I'm finally a monster. And I let it kill me just to see what would happen. It didn't even kill me. It like put me in a cage or something that I had to escape out of. So it completely eliminated the fear factor of like death, you know? And it wasn't even a scary looking monster, just ugh.
Was it done by the same developers?
No. It was
Different
done by
developers and everything?
done by a different company called the Chinese Room. And they are notorious for having little gameplay in all the games they make.
Wow.
Their games are called walking simulators, pretty much, because you just walk in them and do
I mean,
nothing else.
I like walking
That's
simulators,
good.
but only if they're good. Like, Vanishing of Ethan Carter. That's a walking
I mean,
simulator with some
I agree.
puzzles.
There are some there can be some good ones, but
There's some shit ones.
there's some bad ones. Yeah.
Gotta have some kind of motivation too. If you can't entertain the player with the environment or the surrounding or a circumstance, then
Or story, at least.
there's no point walking around. I'm like, I can go
Yeah.
outside and do that, but that couch looks way more
It's just that
like it's got.
I just dived into it expecting another Amnesia game, and I got nothing that came close to it.
That's
So
terrible.
it was like extreme regret playing that one.
Hmm.
Well, how about you, Con?
It's hard to pick one. There's so many. I'd like
Yeah.
to probably. I should focus on ones that I've rage quit in fury. Just that disgusted. I don't do that with too many games. Very few. It's a toss up between what's that stupid horror game that came out like last year and everyone loved it to death. You go to
Outlast?
the yeah.
That
That
wasn't
one.
last year, but that was a recent one.
uh,
I loved
recently.
Outlast.
No, not me. I was actually uploading my playthroughs of it. I got to I think the 6th clip, and I stopped. I didn't upload the last one because as you watch it, you can hear me gradually getting more and more angry as I play the game.
What
Because
didn't you like about it?
everything. It wasn't scary. It was jump scares. Some bits were predictable. Jump scares piss me off because it's the weakest form of horror. So the more it
I mean,
happens,
I've heard that complaint about that game a lot. Yeah.
it's if you like jump scares, then it's a great game for you. But for me, like I'll be walking along and suddenly you hear this big noise. I'm like, whatever. Keep
Well, did you
walking.
reach the point where the big guy's chasing you around?
Yeah, I just did that. Walked forward, whatever. Got through it.
Okay.
But yeah, the last video I ranted for about 20 minutes before I stopped recording and uninstalled it, and I didn't even upload the video. I was like, no, I'm angry just listening to this. I'm not even going to bother putting it on the net. Leave it for the people that enjoy it. But yeah, that's not the game that pissed me off the most. The one was Pony Island.
Never heard of it.
Pony Island?
I think it's called Pony Island. Everyone loves it
I
on
never-
Steam. And my friend hassled me to play it. I'm like, all right. I'm like, it doesn't really look like something I play. He goes, it's okay, it's short. It's like 10 minutes, 15 max. You'll love it. It's so different. And I'm playing it, And I'm talking away. I was recording my thing, playing. Yeah, like, okay, getting along. And then the more I play it, the more spaced out my silence is because I'm not sure what exactly I should be even saying to this thing that I'm playing. And I get more and more angry. And I get to the end, I just snap because I've been playing this fucking thing for like 2 hours. And it's like, this isn't short. Told my friend, he laughed. I was like, fuck you. This is the worst game I've ever played. Uninstall.
Overwhelmingly positive reviews for this.
Pure
I know. I just looked
rubbish.
it up too. I'm like, this is a DOS game, I think.
It's another upload I haven't bothered uploading, video that I haven't bothered uploading. I was just too angry with it.
I
I was
don't
like,
even.
no.
I'm looking at it. I don't even understand what
Just
this
it's an
supposed to be.
indie puzzle crap game. I don't like
It's
those
got
games.
some interesting bits to it. I was entertained for about 5 minutes, and then I realized I'm doing this repeatedly. No.
Yeah.
This isn't for me.
Uh,
So yeah, that's my game. Pony Island.
Pony Island.
Another video I won't
alright.
upload.
okay.
Well, that's going to wrap up today's podcast. Well, remember, everyone, if you have some questions, consider becoming a $5 donation to your person. to
Oh,
submit a
person.
question to us.
Actually,
I don't know what the official term is for him.
Patron.
Patreon. Oh, that makes sense.
Patron.
we're doing a slight change to the tiers because it's something, we're not completely fixed on ever. So we're going to keep altering it. And we're going to remove the 10 and merge that with the 5.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
like
it would reach out to more people, or it benefit
yeah, I mean, it might
those
be.
who are interested in becoming a Patreon, but don't know if the content's actually worth it. So we're hoping that by getting rid of the 10, we can give you the $10 quality content for the 5, get you more access to videos, etc.
The 5 one was to play with us and stuff, and we have trouble playing with ourselves, so it feels like it's not, I want to add more shit to that, so merge it with the 10, there's a bit more extra there, until we can figure out what else to do. If you have ideas, throw them our way, because we're clueless.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, good deal, guys. Good
Yeah.
deal. You got it.
Thanks for listening, and we need to thank all patrons at the end of the
No,
podcast.
Khan's got the list. Yes.
I do. All right. Here's a list. All the names. If I break one, feel free to insult Jed.
He'll break them.
All right. Going down the list in no order whatsoever. No alphabet, no money, no nothing. Just how it's listed on this screen in front of me. Thank you to Matthew Keith, Colin and Maggie, Senahuk Apokedak. That's a hard
I'm
one.
getting someone's argue at me now. Thank you.
Please yell at Jed. I tried my best. English is not my first language. It's Australian. Alexander. Ooh. Bulow? Thomason? It's one of those U's with the, 2 dots at the top, so it's not really how it should be. I think it's Bulow. I'll go with that. Mark Johnston. Mark Hadley. Potato Sack Studios. He's the one that downloaded EDF, I think. And
No, that's Leroy that did that.
you sure?
Leroy.
Yeah, it was Leroy. I remember.
Will McMillan. Alpha Nerd, there you are. Jared Pounders. The Quarian Guy. Cody Galbraith. Old Marcus Norstrand. James Billingsley. Damian Phillips. Claude. Zachary Morehouse. Chris Floyd. There's a really cool little symbol next to his name. I like that. Connor Whalen. Matthew Groves. Ethan Soto. John DeWitt. Oh. Cardo? I'm going with Cardo.
Okay.
Cardo.
O. Richardson. Kevin Haynes. It can either be Acadia or Astia or Acedia. Thank you to you. Then Leroy, Fulp
Leroy.
Parker, Alejandro Rain, Jesse Frank Singh, Brandon Justice. I'm going with Justice. That's how it looks
I like
to
that.
me. Robin Richardson, Cole Carey, Jane Sierva. I'm going with that. Sierva. Sheffield Dong, Adrian Klug, or Klug. If it's German, I guess it's Klug. Not sure. I'll go with both. Miguel Linney, Christian Very, or Veery. I'll go with Very. Hoofington. I like to think that that is Lord Hoofington.
Lord of the Hoofingtons.
Stephen and Jose Segura. Thank you to all of you
Yes, thank
caring.
you, everyone.
Thank you.
Very much.
Cody, say thank you.
You are welcome. No,
That'll do.
guys, thank you very much.
Yes, everything we get, we'll try to get new games to play so our channel isn't 10 years old. Because we're poor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if there's any big game, well not big, but really cool game that is good for group plays, tell us. We don't know them all. We can't really figure out what to get because Left 4 Dead is still awesome for us, but it's old. So, you know, we'd like something newer. Some say, what's that other one? Dead by Daylight or whatever? Something like that, but not that.
Yeah.
It's too early for that. I mean, it needs more. We don't want to play it just now.
Yep. So, let's wrap it up.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you later.
See you next month.
Bye-byes. Say bye, Cody.
Boy.